The Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable has been in existence for 4 years. The major purpose of the Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable, maybe the sole purpose of the Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable, is to provide a venue where people can come together, very relaxed, informal, comfortable venue, and talk about, assess, analyze, even fight over public policy issues. It's okay to have some heat and passion, as long as it's respectful. And hopefully, when that's done, don't let it end there. Do something about it. We have brought together over the last 4 years with the Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable community leaders, community activists, elected officials, business leaders, some of national note. We have brought them to the community. Let people hear, let them dialogue, let them discourse with them. Find out what's going on in Washington, what's going on in Sacramento, what's going on in City Hall, what's going on in your community. Get a heads up on things, get ahead of things. Stay on the curve on that of public policy issues. And most importantly, get off the dime, as we say. Do something about it. Be part of a change maker. The purpose of the LA Urban Policy Roundtable is not just to have a debating society and a feel-good place where people can just vent. It's not the purpose of that. The purpose is put the issues out there and hopefully be energized and motivated enough to do something about them. Make change. Be a change agent in your own community and your own life. The Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable meets every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. at Lucy Florence Coffee House in Leimert Park, 3351 West 43rd Street, the corner of 43rd and Degnan. For information, area code 323-383-6145. My name is Earl Ofari Hutchinson. I am the president of the Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable.
An editorial cartoon in today's New York Post is stirring up controversy. In the cartoon, after killing a chimpanzee, a police officer says they'll have to find someone else to write the next stimulus bill. Civil rights activist Reverend Al Sharpton calls it a racial stereotype about African Americans. But the New York Post says the cartoon is simply a parody of two current news stories: the president signing the stimulus bill and a Connecticut police officer killing a chimp after he attacked a woman.
Saying it was them. To infer that the president and a monkey is the same is a whole lot different than satire. This is an actual racial stereotype. This is not satire here.
In its statement, the New York Post says, quote, the cartoon is a clear parody of a current news event, to wit the shooting of a violent chimpanzee in Connecticut. It broadly mocks Washington's efforts to revive the economy. Al Sharpton reveals himself as nothing more than a publicity opportunist, end quote.
The notion that the inference, if they were referring to the president as being a chimpanzee, I personally don't care. Because I know better. And I think that, again, our community is in such dire economic conditions that our focus has got to become economic as opposed to some social issue, and as a First Amendment right, you can say what you want to say, especially about a public figure, and there's no defamation.
When Obama was running and Republicans were meeting, shouts came out that were never contradicted. No one ever said this is not the way we talk or what we do in a public meeting. They said about Obama, kill him. Hillary Clinton suggested that Obama may not be there because other presidents have been assassinated. Here we have police killing Obama. The issue is putting on the minds of the public, where the whole country heard about Hillary saying, he could get assassinated and I'll step in as vice president. Okay? When they were having a McCain conviction, they were shouting, kill him, when McCain mentioned Obama's name. The issue isn't whether he's a monkey or a chimpanzee or subhuman. The issue is whether he can be shot to death. That's what Negroes don't get.
Are we going to have to fight for respect, regardless to our ideological bits? As black people, are we going to fight for respect for this man? And in essence, are we fighting for respect for ourselves? Are we saying that any time a black man is sentenced to a certain level of power, that he should be up for humiliation and worse, assassination?
There's a history from the beginning of the Europeans that came over here and went to Africa. The history is that they looked at Africans as animals. And so it's no doubt what the cartoon is all about.
Whether we decide to do something about it or we don't decide to do anything about it, it's the President of the United States that has been caricatured with assassination emblem. That's not acceptable, and the rest of the world doesn't feel that it's acceptable, and we shouldn't either.
That depiction basically says that this black male who's done everything right that white people say we needed to do to get a financial piece of the pie. This guy has gone to Harvard, he's worked his way through school, he's worked in the community, and he has obtained the highest office in the land. And even this black male who has done everything right and done everything can still be depicted as an ape laying in a pool of blood and riddled with bullets. How does that affect when a black entrepreneur goes to the bank and he has a white loan officer and he wants to get a loan to start his own business so he can't be financially independent? How does that affect how I'm viewed at my job in corporate America if I'm vying for a promotion against another white female? But there's this subconscious belief that I'm inhumane, I'm less than human, and I don't deserve to be treated equally. It's many things that were said about George Bush. I never saw him depicted riddled with bullets lying in a pool of blood.